You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's just a show where I claim my wedding ring against the microphone and make everybody go, "What was that?"
What was that?
Yeah.
We should start over, but we're not gonna. We're committed to this one. This is the one. One take.
No, I knew it.
One take TADPOG.
They call us
That's what they call us.
So it's a podcast. So we're two old guys. We just play old games.
My favorite thing in the world is getting off track of the intro.
Yeah.
It is like, I look forward to it every recording. I just want to hear Tyler go, where were we?
Well, today, somebody request this, didn't they? Did somebody request this?
Yes. Bovine Bear Matt Cowan.
Okay.
Not Cohen. Not to be confused with Bovine, no, I'm sorry. Just Bear Lord. Bear Lord Matt Cohen.
Bovine Bear Matt Cowan.
Bovine Bear Matt Cowan.
Even if it's Cohen, it's Cowan now.
No, it is Cowan. No, for sure. Unless he lied to me on Facebook.
He probably did. Probably lied about how to say his
He was
name.
like, it'd be hilarious.
If they called me the wrong name.
They called me the wrong name for the rest of the podcast. That would be the best. Ha ha ha, idiots.
Well, Kurt, brought to you by Bovine Bear Matt Cowan, Home Alone for the Super Nintendo.
Not to be confused with Home Alone for DOS, NES, Genesis.
I had to wait until you streamed it because I forgot what you said. It was like, is it NES or SNES? I'll wait for the Twitter announcement.
I could text them.
I could.
Or I can wait a couple days.
I could text him, but then I'll have to admit that I didn't remember. So I'll
Which you
just wait
anyway.
and admit it on into his face.
I have a confession to make, Dad. You remember that $300 Playboy TV bill? That was me.
Oh, he did not look pleased.
I wish we could have had a
20 years later, he did not look pleased.
No, I know. I wish we could have had a face cam on your dad for last episode, because if you haven't listened to last episode, Paperboy, please listen to at least the first 25 minutes of it. I guarantee you it is going to be better than this episode.
And my brother texted me like, "That's the best thing I've heard in a long time."
Oh, dude, it was magic. Like that was a magical intro. You can't recapture that lightning. That was good.
Hey, before we get started though, I'm your bearded host Tyler. Hey, I got an announcement.
Yeah?
I bought a house.
You bought a house?
I bought a house.
You already have a house.
Well, so I have a house. I don't own this house. I
Oh,
live
but
in
now
this
you
house,
do.
But now I bought a house.
Oh, okay.
Not this house. I bought
No,
another
you
house.
didn't buy this house?
Did not buy this house.
Where? I want to ask where you bought it, but then all our friends on the internet will know.
House store.
Yeah. I mean, is it nearby here or what?
It is right as you go into Draftonville.
Oh, so it is farther.
It's about 10 minutes further away.
Oh, motherfucker! You're gonna have to start coming to my house to record.
I told Nikki today when I saw her at the bank, I was like, "Hey, I bought a house. Awesome."
The first thing she asked, like, where is it? How long will it affect Dave's commute?
Well, she said awesome, and I said, it'll be about 10 minutes longer for Dave to drive.
20 minutes if we count both ways.
And she was like, where is it? I was like, it's just right off the interstate there. That might be okay.
With her.
So,
well, cool.
yeah, we could switch it up or whichever you want to do.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We all know I'll record it over there. I mean,
Yep.
we all know. I've said several times, I got a setup at the house. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, he's not going for it.
I'll drive to your house. That's fine if you want to switch it up.
Yeah, we might. That may be fun. Well, then we can test the differences. We can ask the listener. It'll be a contest. Which studio did we record in?
Yeah.
There is a difference. And actually, oh, never mind. I'll keep that secret.
Okay.
I was gonna say that may have already happened and people don't know yet. Did you notice, listener? Did you notice?
Did you notice?
It's a game.
From now to now. Now to now.
Greatest guy in the world? Never heard of him. Thank you, Jerry Seinfeld. So tell me about the house that you bought at the house store. Houses are us.
We've been looking for a while because basically after after I got divorced, I hadn't been a stay-at-home dad for such a long time, and I was getting back on my feet again. And rentals are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to rent here.
Ridiculous.
It really doesn't. It's more expensive to rent than a mortgage is.
So I mean, I stayed
risky.
I stayed with Ryan for a while.
Right.
That was TADPOG High Rise.
Right.
I stayed with Josh and Nicole some. Whenever I had Ken, I would stay with my parents, and then that went on for many months. And then this came up, like I lived in this house in the third grade, and the people who we sold it to.
We're recording in the house that you lived in when you were in third grade.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
People who lived in it right before were people we sold it to. They'd had it this whole time, and it was almost like their vacation home. Like they lived in Lexington, they'd come stay here to visit family, like
Gotcha.
once every 2 months. Then they finally just wanted to sell it, and they just wanted to get rid of it. So my parents were like, "Okay, well." I was still trying to find a job and everything. They're like, okay, well, we'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a line of credit. We'll get it. You just pay for it. It's like, all right, how about yeah? So it's way, way cheaper than renting. So my parents helped me out very much, and then go with Melissa, married Melissa, brought the girls in. Like, so this house wasn't bought with the idea of holding 6 people.
All right. Sure. Yeah.
So once we turned the garage into a room, that helped a lot. But
that's where we record right now, in that garage.
Yeah, it's still very cramped garage room. So then
it wouldn't be nearly as cramped if we didn't have this fucking blanket fort taking up a third of the room.
It'd probably sound pretty bad too, though.
Oh, it'd sound really bad. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because this room,
I would not stand for that.
This room has like 11-foot ceilings because it used to be a garage, so it's
very echoey. Yeah, so that is why we have blankets over us right now. In the middle of July, Christmas in July, by the way, because of Home Alone.
Yeah. So Melissa and I had been looking. Figured it was about that time. Like, I'm doing better than I ever have been before. Melissa's doing better. Like, let's buy a house. Let's find something we want, buy a house. So Melissa had been looking a lot online, trying to find something like with 5 bedrooms. In our price range is difficult.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know your price range is, but 5-bedroom homes are pretty expensive.
Mm-hmm. But then one popped up that they had just like done a dramatic price reduction for. So she's like, I drove by today. It's pretty amazing. It's like, okay, well, let's go. We called the realtor, scheduled an appointment. We walked in and just fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. It was built in like 78, but it's ahead of its time. It has like a very modern aesthetic to it. And the people they gutted it. They completely redid it with new everything. And
that's probably why it's got that modern aesthetic.
Yeah. I mean, we loved it. And I had called Melissa's dad to come down. So he came down and because I don't know what I'm looking for inspecting a house.
I was going to ask if your dad signed off on it, because I know when you looked at houses a couple years back. Dad is going to do a formal home inspection for me. Yeah.
For buying it, but like I knew Melissa's dad was in town close at hand, so he just drove over because he knows his shit too. So he like crawled into the house and checked it all out, and he's like, everything looks good, it just needs a roof. So I was like, I asked the realtor, like, what's going on? He's like, well, we'd priced it at this and it wasn't selling, so he dropped it $20,000 and it still wasn't selling, and he told me, like, I'm tired of this. I want it gone this month. Drop another $20,000.
The fuck, man?
The guy was like, well, that'll do it. It'll sell.
He just needs to get out of there, or what?
Yeah, I guess he just been setting up for so long. He just wanted it done.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got it, I was like, this is a really, really good deal. This is a lot of house. I like the house. It's in a good area for schools and like that shit.
The kids have to change school districts and all that? That's good.
No, and they're in there. Because right now, some of them aren't in the district they should be in. We're just not going to say anything because we don't want them to just change schools.
Sure, yeah.
But in this house, they all will be. So
you'll be legal.
That was appealing. We'll be legal. So
even using someone else's address or something?
They just didn't ask.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice, because I plan on using my mom's address for Henry. Because we don't live in a good school district, really.
Yeah, I imagine, because your mom lives in the city?
No, she doesn't live in the city, but she lives, this is great for everybody who's non-local. She lives out by the mall area.
Oh, okay. Then I think I know what school you're talking about.
The best county school in this area.
Yep. Yeah, so that elementary school that Choco Chica goes to is like one of the best.
Yeah, in the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
So I didn't want her to leave.
No, I understand. I've thought about moving, honestly, but not worth the move for me. Mm-mm.
So I didn't.
Sorry, Henry. You'll have a fourth rate education.
It's public school no matter what. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. There is a point where it's like, well, it's still public school. We're at least getting them out of our bad school district. So, and which our school district isn't really even that terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's certainly not as good as the one that my mom lives in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
totally going to use her address. My dad has the same name as me. It works out.
Perfect. That's really good. Does David Moore live
God.
here? Yeah.
Also, this is a comedy podcast. I was just kidding about all that stuff. This is not fraud, I promise.
Waka waka. In the words of my daughter, waka waka, Fozzie Bear.
Yeah, I was doing an old Fozzie Bear bit. You just couldn't tell because I'm not funny. Much like Fozzie Bear.
Dad, you want to hear a joke? Sure. A lamp in a bathtub. Waka waka, Fozzie Bear.
I like that. I'm gonna steal that if you don't mind. I mean,
do.
it's yours.
You gotta ask her.
Yeah, let's get. You want to call her real quick
That'd be pretty funny.
on the Sesame Street phone? Grover says, "Let Dave steal your bit."
So I didn't want to lose. I felt like somebody will swoop in on this if I don't jump on it. Like, so that's happened to my parents too many times. My parents have been looking for a house for like a year, and they drag their feet on everything, and they lose every good deal they come across. So I was like, all right, I'm going to roll this dice. And I like, all right, here we go. I'll make you an offer then.
When'd you do it?
Day before yesterday.
All right. So how long did you make it? Like, how long did it take you to make a decision?
30 minutes.
Holy God, that terrifies me. I could not do
I was
that.
like, I'm not going to find the square footage for this kind of house goes for like $85 a square foot normally. And this is like much less than that. So,
and I mean,
I feel like I had to move on it. So I did.
You're probably not. I mean, you'll probably be fine, even if like you find problems with the house, because it's like I'm assuming that the asking price and the price that you agreed on is lower than what the property is appraised for.
Yeah, the asking price was my limit.
Yeah.
So I offered below that because it needs a new roof.
Yeah.
And then
so you like knocked $5,000 off of it or something?
More than that.
Yeah.
And then they countered like asking price and we'll fix your roof. We'll completely give you a totally new roof.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
That's good.
And then and I beat out like just barely 2 more offers that came in the next day.
Really?
Yeah.
He or she was ready to sell.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I had to do today I did a ton of the financing shit and got all that taken care of. So
cool. When do you move in?
Closing is August 21st.
Okay. This is the time, man. Everyone's getting new houses. I got 2 coworkers getting new houses. I've got another coworker who's just sold his house, and I assume he's getting a new house too. I came with a quiz. I wasn't expecting to do an intro.
Oh, we still take a quiz. I'm done. I got a house. I'm happy.
Well, congratulations, man.
I'll put pictures up a bit later.
Yeah, give me the address.
Link the Zillow to
the Zillow. Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, so everyone can check it out.
That's fine. Yeah,
you're good with that.
Then just forget it.
We don't even need a PO box anymore. You have a public address that we can send out. What's up, Internet? I'm Dave, your bespectacled host, and let's take a fucking quiz. This also came in from. This is going to be a very far side episode of TADPOG because everything is pretty much from Bovine Bear Matt Cowan, who sent us this quiz with a lengthy intro here that says, "Hi, diddly ho, Tadpogarinos." I don't know what he sounds like, so I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
Home Alone. Wow. He sounds like Wario, kind of Waluigi a little bit.
Cowan.
Matt Cowan. He's a Pokemon. This movie gave me the guts to think I could take on the criminal underworld as an 8-year-old boy. I have this memory as a kid finishing up a fountain soda and dumping the ice out on our front porch step like, that'll stop Harry and Marv for sure. Now to hammer a nail through a board and leave it somewhere. A couple months ago, before I acquired my Raspberry Pi from Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, the only complete game system I had in the house was my SNES. And a few classics like Super Mario World, etc. But I also have Home Alone. You'll notice that he did not call that a classic. And you can't just not play a game that ties into one of the biggest box office successes of the last century. I don't know if that's true, but I'll believe it because I remember as a kid they ran a commercial, like a second commercial for the movie that was like, "Have you not seen Home Alone yet?" And it's like, I don't know. It's just rare, I feel like, where like a movie will run a second commercial and it calls you out for not seeing a movie. Where it's like, seriously, you haven't seen this yet?
Because Home Alone came out in like...
I think it was 90,
It was 1990. And then the Super Nintendo came out in 1991.
91.
And then at the end of 91, then Home Alone, like a year and a half later after the movie came out, the game came out for SNES.
Yeah, and they make a special note in the instruction manual, like, that is straight up just really proud that the Super Nintendo is new, because, like, it says, like, thank you for purchasing Home Alone for the new Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And when I read that, I was like, oh, this game's going to be real bad. It's an early SNES game based on a license of a movie. Oh, this is gonna be special. Mm-hmm. And it was special. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, that kind of special.
And he also, continuing from Matt Cowan, the Pokemon, but I also have Home Alone, and you can't just not play a game that ties into one of the biggest box office successes of the last century. Is there a Titanic game? There is.
There
is, because
Galen
I think, Galen talked about it.
Yep.
So we're going to have to do that one day, probably. She really liked it.
She did. She's obsessed with it. She had a notebook full of notes on it.
So, I mean, what we should do is get Galen's notebook, make a Brady strategy guide out of it, sell it to GameStop.
Just held together by duct tape. Galen books. Titanic the game.
Galen books. I do like that. All right. So, Siri, make a note. Ask Galen if I can have permission the rights to publish Galen notes. Also, ask Tyler's daughter if we can have a Waka Waka Fozzie Bear. Thank you, Siri. Anyway, I'm sorry. He continues, after playing it, I'm glad IGN left it off their top 100 SNES games list. That's Matt's way of letting us know he's okay with us shitting on this game. Because sometimes we get requests for games that people love and they're shitty games.
Suck, yeah.
And it's like, okay, great.
When was the last time you played this?
Right. We either get to walk on eggshells or, I don't know, potentially lose a listener. Anyway, your quizzes are my favorite part of the show, and I imagine they are a pain in the butt to do every week. They are. This is a 2-part quiz based on quotes from Macaulay Culkin movies. I don't know the answers to these,
Perfect.
Tyler. I specifically asked him to send it in a format so that we could both do this as a team.
Yes, the Macaulay Culkin quiz.
The Macaulay Culkin quiz, yes. The first part is I supply a quote or quotes from a scene, and Tyler and Dave must answer the correct movie. The second part is I supply quotes from a scene, and you must finish the last line of the quote. We are going to do...
We're going to miss every one of those.
We're going to miss every one of these, I feel like. I don't think we're going to do good, but we'll see. They are scenes that should be ingrained in your mind, according to you, Matt, and should instinctively answer them, maybe. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm trying to think Macaulay Culkin movies. So Home Alone, Home Alone 2, My Girl,
Yeah,
and I think Saved are the 4 Macaulay Culkin movies I've seen.
I've only seen 3 of those. He's also in Uncle Buck. I've seen Uncle Buck.
Oh, Uncle Buck. I haven't seen Uncle Buck.
Oh, man, Uncle Buck. Uncle Bunk? Uncle Bunk, the sequel, is not as good as Uncle Buck, the original. Uncle Bunk is actually a continuation of Archie Bunker's character. They couldn't get John Candy for the sequel, so they got that guy whose name I can't
Carol
remember.
O'Connor.
Hey, check you out. Did you watch that show a lot?
I did.
I watched it every now and then on Nick at Night, but I was always kind of bummed when, I don't know, for some reason I was like, I guess I got to watch this show. So, I don't know. All right, are you ready for this quiz from Matt Cowan?
Sorta. Part
1, guess the movie. No clothes on anybody? Sickening.
Home Alone?
It is Home Alone.
All right.
Yeah, it has to be Home Alone. Spoilers. I watched Home Alone recently. I told Nikki, I was like, it was on Sunday when I streamed, 8:30. If you want to hang out at Twitch stream, I normally do it at 8:30 Central on Sundays. That morning, I was like, I got to stream Home Alone tonight, and I haven't seen that movie in a really long time. You want to, rent it? And she was like, yeah, that sounds good. I haven't seen it forever either. So we, sat me, Nikki, and Henry all sat together as a family and watched Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you, I kind of love that movie.
Yeah.
Like it held up for me, and it's crazy because like as a kid, I remember like it just being like a cartoon, like cartoonish movie throughout the whole thing. It's really not. It's like, I mean, the last 20 minutes is when it really escalates to like truly unbelievable levels. That's when Harry and Marv are like really getting run through the ringer by Kevin. I don't know, man. I give it a thumbs up. I think that like as a kid I loved it. I remember seeing it in the theater with my mom. And then somewhere between then and now, I got this like negative connotation about the movie, and I blame it on Dogma, because there's a line in Dogma.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah, where like Salma Hayek's character, I believe, says something like because she plays the muse. She plays a muse, and she like says she's responsible for like so many movies.
7 of the 8, like Best Picture or something.
Right,
some
exactly.
shit like that,
except for Home Alone.
Someone sold their soul to get that piece of shit off the ground.
I disagree with. I disagree with Salma Hayek.
It's that blood magic. It's still in effect, though.
The blood. Yeah, maybe it is still in effect, because I think that movie's really good.
Until whoever made it dies, the spell's not broken.
Right.
So.
And I think that is what Chris Columbus directed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's a John Hughes movie. I know he like produced it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Man, I didn't know it was that old. Okay.
yeah, and like John Hughes did a whole bunch of stuff with like I don't know. There are a lot of John Hughes movies that like I didn't realize were John Hughes movies until later in life, because it's like all the big ones, I recognize as John Hughes movies, but it's like there are so many that are just like, oh, he was involved in that. I didn't know that.
Like another weird thing I remember hearing about is like Freddie Mercury lived long enough to see Wayne's World. Like, he died like 3 months after it was made. Like,
Really?
But he got to see the opening scene where they're all headbanging.
Really?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's awesome.
And he thought it was hilarious.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's great. Did you rewatch Home Alone? Have you seen Home Alone?
I've seen Home Alone a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. It's been a long time, but I've watched it many, many times.
See, this is essentially my second time seeing the movie,
okay.
because I like saw it once in the theater, and like that is it up until this Sunday. If you haven't seen Home Alone, I recommend you check it out.
No, I've only seen Home Alone 2 like
once. I've only seen it once, and I don't remember really anything from it other than Tim Curry's bit that they do on My Brother and Me. Like, so like that is it. Like Tim Curry saying cheese pizza is like all that I remember, and it's secondhand. Which I don't even know if that's real, because I was trying to explain it to Henry earlier today, and like what's kind of cool is like when you can.
It's real. It's Ken's favorite kind of pizza.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, because Henry. Okay, so normally when I drive out here to record on Tuesday nights, Henry and Nikki will eat a cheese pizza. Like that's their thing. They'll eat a cheese pizza. So when I came home, Henry was excited to tell me that since I'm going to record, his new daddy, cheese pizza, will keep him in mommy company.
Is cheese a topping, or is it just part of the pizza? Is cheese pizza plain pizza, or is cheese a topping for the pizza?
That depends. I'm not the culinary expert. You are. Is pizza pizza without the cheese?
I'm not cook anymore. See, I don't know. I guess I want to say at some
You're
point.
cook adjacent.
That's true.
You're closer to cook than I am. I don't know, man. I know you can order a pizza without cheese. So therefore, I guess it's still a pizza.
Or is that breadsticks with marinara? What makes it pizza?
Well, it'll say on the receight from Marco's that it is still a pizza.
Oh.
They're not charging a breadstick price. They're charging you that pizza price.
Okay.
But I do see, it does sound like one of those nightmare things, like if you owned a pizza restaurant and someone ordered a plain pizza and then do you put cheese on it? Like it's one of those questions where it's like, God damn it, I shouldn't have to ask somebody this. I should just know the answer to it.
I guess like one layer of cheese, it makes it pizza. Extra cheese, then cheese becomes a topping, I guess.
Because they do charge you for extra cheese.
Yeah, then it's a topping.
So cheese is a topping, but in addition to
being structural pizza.
What if, let's do this. What if we order a cheese, what if we order a pizza and then remove the cheese on the online order and then add extra cheese as a topping? Then what happens?
All right. When we hit $550.
We haven't even gone and taken the white. Can I tell you how
We have an
stressed?
episode called Pizza Trolls.
Pizza Trolls?
Where we just call trying to make weird orders.
Dude, we do it to all the major chains. We do it to like Domino's, Pizza Hut, not Little Caesars, because they only know one style of pizza, and it is
Cheap.
yeah, it is barely pizza.
How do you want your hot brick?
Cheap, please.
Yeah.
Coming right up.
The girls love Little Caesars, and
That's good for you
Not a huge
because it is
fan.
easy on the wallet.
Yeah.
But it is disgusting pizza.
Yeah,
The French bread pizza's better,
I
but-
can eat it as long as it's hot. Like that's one pizza,
But
like,
not ready.
I love cold. Right, I love cold pizza. I prefer cold pizza to hot pizza, except for Little Caesars, because man, it is super garbage once it gets cold.
No, I've never had cold Little Caesars, and I never want to. Well, this podcast will never be sponsored by Little Caesars because
Yeah.
they're going to hear this, and or I don't know. Maybe they'll like our Pizza Trolls idea.
Or little Kaisar, hell to Kaisar.
Oh yeah,
Drew Rowland, I'm glad you're laughing, Drew Rowland.
Little Nero,
Nice.
which is a Home Alone reference. It's the name of the pizza company.
Man,
Yeah, I know.
people just fuck on your pizza.
Jokes on jokes. Oh, that'd be Little Caligula, I think.
You're right.
Nero, I believe Nero
when Rome burned
down
down?
Rome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember Nero's the CD burning software.
Yes, exactly. That's how I remember it too. I wonder if Nero's still around. I wonder if people burn CDs anymore. All right, you ready to take this quiz?
Yeah, let's go back. Let's get back.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. Pizza Trolls. Yes, that is correct. I've consulted the answer key, and it is Home Alone. Actually, it's a lie. I haven't consulted it yet. I just know it's the right answer. Yes.
Yeah, if you don't want to send us a package, you can send us a quiz.
Yeah, send us a quiz. You can send it, I don't know. You could, what's the best way for them to send us a quiz?
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook? Send us a message or something. All right, question number 2.
Or Phil Hawkins. I volunteer
Send
Phil
it to
Hawkins.
Phil Hawkins?
He could be quiz master.
Sandwich Pope Quizmaster Phil Hawkins. All right, question 2. Does anyone out there want to be a quizmaster? Let us know.
Yeah,
Matt,
there you go.
Matt,
Don't have a
do you want
title?
this-
You want to deal with this shit?
You want this to be a regular thing? Tired of being bovine bear? Want to be quizmaster? Let us know. Question 2. He says, I must whisper quote
What,
for Max
the
Effect.
Page Master, another Macaulay Culkin movie.
Oh, I've never seen Page Master. I've heard of it.
So I remember I always wanted to see it, but I never did.
All right. He says I must whisper this quote for Max Effect. He's cooking our garbage.
Home Alone 2?
I think it's Uncle Buck.
Okay.
I'm not positive. I don't necessarily remember the scene, but it does seem like something that Uncle Buck would do. Who was the kid in Dutch with Ed O'Neill?
I do not remember.
It was not Macaulay Culkin, was it?
I remember so little about that movie.
That was a good movie.
I
just
I've
remember
never seen it. Like I feel like I've seen like 5-10 minutes of it, and that's it.
I remember them shooting each other in the butt with BB guns. Like I remember that being like my big takeaway. That and it's Al from Married with Children. Why I say
That's
Al and my mind immediately goes to Home Improvement. That was sad.
Ooh,
like my brain had to like
touch.
fight. I don't know. I don't know if I'm out of. I think I'm out of touch. It's fine. It's fine. When I say Al, what do you think?
I think Al Bundy.
You think Al?
You
it's
say
your first
Al.
instinct.
You say Al, and I go Alf, and then when you don't say the, I go back to Al Bundy.
Al, you're just waiting for the F to drop. Where is it?
Gordon
Oh,
Shumsky?
yeah.
Oh, Al Bundy.
No,
Okay.
that's not it. So what do you think? You saying Home Alone 2? I'm saying Uncle
I'd say
Buck.
Home Alone 2 just because of the.
So My Girl. I don't remember anyone cooking garbage in My Girl.
I say Home Alone 2 because I want to say like the homeless lady.
The pigeon lady.
Yeah, but I don't know who he'd be talking to even say that to.
And I don't.
So I'll go.
And he also says he's cooking our garbage because
So it's not the lady.
the mystical homeless
Okay.
person in the Home Alone 2 is the pigeon lady, right?
Yeah.
It's the one.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the woman. Yeah.
So okay, Uncle Buck then. I'll go with you.
Don't be mad at me if I get it wrong. Deal.
So mad.
Deal?
So mad. Deal.
All right. It's Uncle Buck.
Nice.
It's Uncle Buck.
All right.
We get it. We did it. I want to rewatch Uncle Buck. Maybe that's what Nikki and I can watch this Sunday with Henry. I don't think there's any overly
There's
explicit
that part
sex
where
scenes
John
in Uncle
Kennedy
Buck.
sits on a giant anal, like a giant butt plug.
I forgot about that part. Oops, sorry, Henry.
He said, "Oh, this is the big steak."
That's the great outdoors.
I'll say.
Question 3. Oh, God, I don't know what this is. I don't know. All right, question 3. Quote is, first rule of defense, Reg, always watch your rear. First rule of defense, reg or reg?
Reg.
Reg?
I bet it's Reg.
My Girl?
Is it a capital R?
It's a capital R.
Okay, so Reg.
Not like a regular. It's not like, kind of Cheers where everybody doesn't really know your name, but they see you a lot. Hey,
Reg.
they got Reg. I don't remember their names in My Girl. Wasn't her name like Samantha or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh, God. It is not Home Alone.
Yeah, not Home Alone.
Maybe Home Alone 2?
They could be.
You want to go? I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen Home
They
Alone 2.
could be like if he hits them with something and says, hey, first rule of defense. Okay, yeah, Home Alone 2. Why not?
All right, Home Alone 2. I'm going with you. Final answer. Locked in. It is fucking Richie Rich. It's fucking Richie Rich. I've never seen it.
I completely forgot about Richie
But
Rich.
I also completely forgot about
I
it.
have seen Richie Rich. I enjoyed that as a kid. Macaulay Culkin did make a really good Richie Rich.
I believe it.
Yep.
I believe it. He seemed like he was a little too old in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Home Alone is like the perfect age, but like in Home Alone 2, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if he was too old. He just seemed too old because it's like looking through like. Because when I was putting together the art for today's episode, I looked up, Home Alone box art, and Home Alone 2 box art popped up as well. And when I looked at it, I was like, man, like he looks too like smug to like feel sorry for. I feel like that's some of the magic of Home Alone, where it's like you really feel like the story of Home Alone is like the last 20 minutes. It's like a revenge comedy. Home Alone is like a revenge comedy because it's like. He is scared. He's terrified throughout the whole fucking like first and second act of the movie. And then it's like the third act is where he like literally says at the end of the second act, I'm not afraid anymore. He tells that to Snow Shovel Dude in the church. And it's like, all right. So then it's a story of him like not being afraid. So it's like, and then he gets his revenge on who he's afraid of. And then like the second movie, it's like, well, where do you fucking go from there? Because it's like,
oh, the scariest place around, New York City.
I don't think. Well, at that time, maybe before Giuliani got in there and cleaned up the streets.
Ed Koch, was he the mayor before?
Yeah, I think so.
I based that entirely off my knowledge of The Critic.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go SNL.
It could have been, or maybe Marion Barry.
I don't know Marion
He
Barry.
was the one who did like crack with some hookers on video. Or some shit.
Right. We ready for question 4? We missed one.
Yep.
I don't know how.
Surprise!
I don't know how we'll go on. I love how this is rapidly becoming Tyler Dave take a quiz for the full episode. I like that. Number 4. Do you know it's been a couple of years since I've talked to anybody? That's okay. You're good at it. You're not boring. You don't mumble or spit. You should do it more often.
Home Alone 2.
I think that's Home Alone 1, but I'm trying to, because that sounds like really, really familiar.
Yeah.
You don't mumble or spit. You should do it more often. I think it's when he's talking to Snow Shovel Dude.
See, he's talking to Snow Shovel Dude or Pigeon Lady.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. But does she mumble or spit?
I don't know. Those pigeons.
I gotta go. I gotta go Home Alone.
Okay.
I do, man. I do. I gotta go Home Alone.
I'll trust in you.
Oh God, I might be wrong though.
Put 100% of my faith in you.
It is. Damn it! It's Home Alone 2. Fuck. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I quit.
Right.
I give
It's
up.
all right.
I'm just gonna set this down. Someone else can walk up and finish the podcast with you.
Does he say who said
Damn
it or
it!
anything?
No, it doesn't. It just says what the movie is. Fuck. All right. I knew I should have watched every Macaulay Culkin movie before this
In
podcast.
preparation.
That's a half joke. That is the kind of shit that I would do. Because I don't know how to value things. Number 5. Would you still think of me? For what? If you don't marry Mr. Bixler. I guess. I have no idea.
My Girl.
Is it My Girl? Who's
Sure.
Mr. Bixler? I mean, it sounds good to me.
I don't know.
My Girl?
I'd say My Girl.
It's talking about love and stuff, marriage.
so,
My
yeah,
Girl.
My Girl.
Fried green tomatoes. It is My Girl.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Good job. All right. Number 6. It depends on whether or not you're going to help me. I promise you something amazing, something you'll never forget.
Page
Master?
Yep.
I've never seen
Yep.
it, but it does
Neither
sound
have
like
I.
a...
Sounds like an adventure cartoon movie. So.
All right, let's see. It is The Good Son. The Good Son.
Never heard of it.
I heard about it, but I've never seen it. I've only heard about it probably twice in my life.
Unless it's like Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore.
No, it's probably not. Maybe it's the prequel. Number 7. Eat this.
Home Alone.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Eat this.
My Girl.
My Girl. The porn parody.
It's Anna Chomsky talking to him as he's getting stung by the bees.
Well, so far it's been we haven't repeated a movie yet.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say Page Master?
Sure. We'll get it eventually. Page Master.
Page Master. Final answer. We're locked in. It is Michael Jackson, Black or White official video. That's not a movie.
We revoked that.
Wait a minute.
We get that back.
Wait a minute. I'm going to read the fine print on this quiz, and let's see what he says here. Blah, 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 blah. Damn it. No. Here it is. We got you. First part is I supply a quote or quotes from a scene, and Tyler and Dave must answer the correct movie. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm striking that from the record.
Yep.
It didn't happen.
We get that one back.
Listeners, forget about that. We still did very poorly. Would you like to move on to the second part of the quiz?
Yeah, let's do it.
Part 2. Finish the quote or scene. The number 1 is very, very long. So get ready. 1. Where do you live? In the city. You have a house? Apartment. Own or rent? Rent. What do you do for a living? Lots of things. Where's your office? I don't have one. How come? I don't need one. Where's your wife? I don't have one. How come? It's a long story. You have kids? No, I don't. How come? It's an even longer story. Are you my dad's brother? What's your record for consecutive questions asked? 38. I'm your dad's brother, all right. You have much more hair in your nose than my dad. How nice of you to notice. That's Uncle Buck, for sure.
Never seen it, so
It's Uncle Buck.
It's up to you to finish the quote.
I might be wrong again.
Do we finish the quote or do we name the movie?
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, we do. We finished the quote. I don't know.
Yeah, no clue.
You have much more hair in your nose than my dad. How nice of you to notice. Maybe that's the answer? I think he might have given us the answer.
Who has the bigger dick then? There you go. That's what I think.
My mom. There, I like it. Let's see what the.
Have
let's
you
see
ever
what it
jerked
was.
off to my mom?
Well, it's his dad's brother. Of course he has. Now the real question is, have you ever jerked off on my mom?
Nice.
The answer is, I'm a kid. That's my job, and it is Uncle Buck. But I haven't seen it in so long. Number 2. Thankfully, there are only 3 questions because this is a shit show for us. Number 2, Buzz, don't you know how to knock, Flimwad? Can I sleep in your room? I don't want to sleep on the hide-a-bed with Fuller. If he has something to drink, he'll wet the bed. That's from Home Alone 1.
Yeah, that's. I could have said wet the bed, but that's it.
I don't know what Buzz's response to that is.
Fuck off.
Creep.
Piss off.
Something creep, right? That was used a lot in that movie. I don't know. All right, let's see what the real answer is. I hope you're enjoying yourself, Matt. I wouldn't let you. Damn it! It's a good line. Now I remember it. I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass. I'm just not up on my. I'm not up on my Macaulay Culkin quotes. Last one. 3. I took a shower, washing every body part with actual soap, including all my major crevices, including in between my toes and in my belly button, which I never did before, but sort of enjoyed. I washed my hair with adult formula shampoo and used cream rinse for that just wash shine. I can't seem to find my toothbrush, so I'll pick one up when I go out today. Other than that, I'm in good shape. That is from Home Alone.
Yep.
That is where he is preparing himself. I think the next line might be, ah! This is my guess.
Okay.
Slap side of face.
We got one.
We got one. 1 for 3. That's like my grade in pre-cal in high school. 33%. Nailing it. I didn't have the answers on my graphing calculator either for this quiz. I cheated in pre-cal and still got a D, which I realize is not a 33%. It's passing, but it's not right. Shouldn't have done it. I should have just accepted the fact I'm not passing this fucking class.
You're 100% fine. Fuck that.
My pre-cal teacher did just recently die. I should have gone to his funeral. That's not a joke. I should have gone to his funeral. Like whispered to the tombstone, "I'm so sorry. You thought you taught me, but you didn't." And they'll be like, "You're smarter than that. You know I was cheating."
And then you hear him flip over in his grave.
Yeah, right. He rises. He bursts out. All right. You want to talk about this game, Home Alone for SNES?
Yeah. You hear that, Dave?
Hear what? Was that like an undead? Killer. Like an undead math teacher?
Yeah.
Or what? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I wonder if, I bet he couldn't finish a quote from Home Alone.
Nope.
I bet he couldn't. I saw the
What did Kevin say?
nailed it.
Right.
Fuck. When he's right, he's right. Of course, I hear that, undead math teacher, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. But before we do that, a morbid moment with Dave Moore. There was an auction on
A morbid moment.
Morbid. It's a new bit. It's a new segment that Duke Nukem ushers in. What do you think about the new segment, Duke? It's pretty cool. I can't even play it.
All right, shake it, baby. All right.
His property was auctioned off, and I thought about buying his car just to buy it. Just to be weird and be like, it's my dead pre-cal teacher's car. I need a new car. All right. Let's see. Of course, I hear that, undead math teacher, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Okay, guys, Home Alone is the title of several tie-in video games based on the film of the same name. Versions were released for the Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Boy, Super NES, Master System, Genesis, Game Gear, Amiga, and MS-DOS platforms. Let me skip ahead to the Super Nintendo. Tyler, in the Super NES version, the goal is to evade the wet bandits while bringing all
like 5 of them.
Yeah, we'll get into that. they pad their roster. While bringing all the McAllister's fortunes from the house down to the safe room in the basement. Once all items have been sent down the chute to the basement, Kevin must make it past rats, bats, and ghosts, which we all remember from the movie, and then fight a boss so he can make it to the safe room to lock away all the family riches. So that's the synopsis of the game. I think it's important to point out that the SNES version was developed by Imagineering, who you may know from a few games that we've talked about on the show.
Yeah, take off that overshirt.
It is hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
So I am taking this shirt off. You get to deal with this. I get to tease you.
Yeah, you do.
In my little V-neck.
Because
my men's
I asked
medium.
Melissa, what is men's lingerie? And she was like, white t-shirts.
Really? White t-shirts. Like the Gap commercials?
Like if I wear like boots, like work boots, jeans, and a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt.
And you swing dance.
And a swing dance.
Because what you just described to me sounds like the Gap commercials from the 90s. Maybe it's a 90s girl thing.
There you go.
It might be. Because what I've heard recently...
Like I like her in overalls, like...
The 90s thing.
Yeah.
That's that 90s thing.
Yep.
I think it's because that's when you fell in love.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why.
You fell into the Gap.
Yeah, you fell... Who can't fall in love with the Gap?
Fell into the Gap.
Imagineering. Do you know what they developed?
Tiny Toons?
I don't know. I don't think so. But they did David Crane's Boy and a Blob.
Okay.
They also did another NES game that we covered, Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Okay.
This, yeah.
Very hit or miss,
Yeah.
this company.
Well, what I was really like delighted when I did research today on Imagineering, because I was like, Imagineering, I know that name. Where do I know it from? And then when I looked it up, I was like, Boy and His Blob. That makes sense. And it made me feel good because while I was streaming this game, I made the comment where I was like, this game to me feels like a Boy and His Blob without the blob. Like a worse
quality.
A much worse version than a Boy and His Blob. Which answers the question when we talked about on a Boy and His Blob, what makes a Boy and His Blob a good game? And I think it's the novelty of the blob.
Yep.
And I think if you take the blob
And
away.
David Crane. It's not David Crane's Home Alone.
That is true. Well, actually, I think he started Imagineering. I'm not positive. I think he founded
He didn't
Imagineering.
finish it.
I'm not positive about that. Don't quote me. But yeah, this game I thought played a lot like A Boy and His Blob because you're playing as a boy and you're collecting treasures that are hidden throughout
Your family treasures.
Your family's, yeah.
Your treasured VCRs.
Not your heavenly treasures.
And frogs. Yeah, not your heavenly treasures.
Yeah, you're collecting these treasures to progress. And I thought that was very A Boy and His Blob-esque. Also, Kevin I think he kind of runs like the boy from A Boy and His Blob. The game
that's true.
is the controls are very slippery. It almost feels like it's almost an ice
Everything's coated in
level.
a thin layer of Teflon all over the McAllister.
Yeah, absolutely. Teflon's a good way to describe it because it's like it doesn't quite feel like Super Mario Brothers 2 Ice World. Like it's not quite that slippery, but it is too slippery. Like it's just like if the perfect slipperiness is a 5, they're on a 6. Like if the normal's 5, they're on a 6.
If you like a vagina, a good 5, it's a 6.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You got to keep it at a 6, Josh Nance
Yeah,
style.
but a little friction.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have a little bit for sure. And also, I think Sandwich Pope Phil hopped into the stream and he said, this reminds me of Bart versus the Space Mutants. And I was like, yeah, it kind of does because all the treasures that you're trying to collect are hidden in objects like potted plants, framed photos on the wall,
Wicker hampers.
hampers, cardboard
90s
boxes.
style wicker hampers.
Yes. Which explains, when you say 90s style, explains why Nikki looked at me really weird because we have like a hamper that we don't really like. And she was like, we need to get a new hamper. I was like, yeah, like one of those wicker ones. And she looked at me like I was about to murder her. She didn't explain like why, but now I understand why. That's a dated thing.
My parents had like a hunter green wicker. Because whenever I remember it just vividly. Because in my room in this house,
in third grade house,
so Brian's room was blue and done in like sports stuff, and he had like the wallpaper trim around the top and bottom, like all football, soccer, baseball.
Typical hard boy.
You know, he's quite the
sportsman. He's a sportsman. I've seen him.
And of course, just like me, my room was hunter green. Done like so much.
Just like you?
Just like me.
You are so hunter green.
I'm very hunter green.
We've never mentioned that on the show, but everybody.
No one know that?
Tyler is hunter green.
Yeah. I have an Instagram filter on every picture I take that makes me look normal.
We used to say Tyler greened himself, but no one thought it was funny.
He's done so much hunting stuff, just like ducks and guns.
Really?
And oh man.
Really? In this house?
In this house.
Which room was it?
It's the one the far end, not the master, but across at the end.
Okay.
The one Artsy AJ's in now.
Okay. All right.
And I remember to match.
And you want to leave it?
To match my hunter green walls.
You should have fucking decorated it just the same goddamn way that it was, dude. And you should have been like, if you want to live in this room, you got to deal with this.
You hunt now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they do. So.
Well, there you go. It works out.
They have shot 100% more guns and killed 100% more deer than I ever have.
That's great. I love it. Well, you played Duck Hunt, right?
That's true. That's as close as I've ever gotten.
Count it. Me too.
I've got pictures of them holding up dead deer heads.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. You know, it's weird. It creeps me out.
Yeah.
It's probably because I don't come from a hunting family. Like, I get it for some families. It's like, I've spoken to like parents and they're like, it's like a bonding thing. And it's like, I get that. I understand it. But at the same time, your child is holding an animal's corpse.
Yep. There's, because Melissa's dad, he's a huge hunter and he's colorblind.
So he never knew you were hunter green.
Never knew. No.
As far as he knew, you were red.
Yeah.
Maroon.
Everyone's red. It's
a
all
deep
fun.
burgundy.
And yet he can't. Red is a color he can't see.
Okay.
And he
always gets gored by bulls. Does not realize what he's wearing.
Constantly.
That's like his thing. He's known around town as the guy who gets gored by bulls.
He thought the SNES Mortal Kombat blood was fine.
Yeah, it's just spit. It's sand. The Genesis Mortal Kombat.
I thought Genesis had red blood.
It did.
Okay.
Oh, I misunderstood.
I'm just saying he doesn't know what red looks like, so the Super Nintendo blood looks fine.
Yeah, I'm just dumb. I just didn't get it.
That there are these glasses that when you wear them in sunlight, it fixes the color spectrum.
Yeah, I've seen like
colors.
Videos on that and stuff.
That we got them for him for his birthday earlier this year.
Cool.
And like so he put them on, walked outside.
Did you do a video like, man sees red for the first time?
Melissa does have a video.
You should post it on.
Because he put it on. It was underwhelming at first because he put it on. He was like, huh. All right. He could see like red and yellow blossoms in trees and stuff like that. And he's like, that's pretty cool. Okay. He didn't get like choked up and cry like you see on most videos.
Until he saw a nipple.
Close. Until we went out back where he had killed a deer.
Oh, no!
And he could see the deer blood for the first time as a vivid red.
Yeah.
That nearly made him cry.
Yeah. Like out of like regret.
Yeah. He's like, what have I done?
These things are a lot easier to kill when they bleed gray. I just want to let you know that. I just kind of pretend they're robots, but then I realize that they're a real thing. And
I kill all the deer bots. It's fine.
I fucking hate deer. You know what, man? I'm all for people hunting and killing fucking deer because I hate them. They're a nuisance. I just can't do it myself.
And Melissa's favorite food.
Soft boy. Deer tastes good. Yeah, venison's really good. I like venison, especially when it's mixed with beef and done hamburger style. I like it.
Oh, okay.
Like an 80-20 mix. I like that.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had that.
What were we talking about? How did we get
remember.
here? Yeah, we really rode that one, didn't we?
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Reminds me of
Imagineering.
Yeah, Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Okay.
Because the items are hidden, Bart versus the Space Mutants style.
In a hamper. Okay.
In a hamper.
There we go.
That's where we got there. Phew. So I'm so glad we tied it back. That's what this game reminds me of. Those two games. And we did say earlier that this game came out in the very, very beginning of Super Nintendo. So it very much to me feels like an NES game on the Super Nintendo.
You can tell when you start it up by its MS Paint looking start screen.
Yeah. And the music, which is kind of the Home Alone music, but it's like...
It sounds like it's the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
But it's all fucked up.
Yeah, it's all fucked up. It's like totally like... It almost sounds like a horror game because it's all like...
Now a survival Home Alone.
Where you play as Marv. Like you
go.
walk in and Harry is like eviscerated. And you see like... You don't hear anything, but you hear like... It's dark, and like Harry's body is spotlit, and he's bleeding red blood, not gray blood, because he's a real man.
No, it's real.
And no offense to anybody out there who is also a real man but does not bleed red. And then you hear scampering, and then you turn your point of view, and you see red sneaker footprints leading to another room. That's how the game should open.
Perfect. There you go. It's like Outlast, but with Home Alone characters.
But with it's the Home Alone mod for Outlast.
You just see inside like Kevin's house, just like snow shovel guy, just walking slowly, dragging his snow shovel behind him.
He's dead, and that's what really. It's revealed later that he's dead, and that really freaks you out. That's how you do it. You build up snow shovel like they did in the movie. You build him up as a bad guy, as a serial. What do they call a family murderer? There's a special name for that. I figured because I know you're down.
Serial killer, I don't know.
There's like they call it like, there's a special name for like family, like killers that focus on, I think they call them like family eliminators or something like that. And it's typically a man, and they will just like one night just murder their family. And then some of them move on to other families, move on to another woman, get married, have more children, and then murder that family. Like it's a thing. I just can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
But like they build up the snow shovel man in the movie as a family murderer. And like, so yeah, you do the same thing in the survival horror game. You see him and build him up as a villain. Like you're going to have to like encounter him at some point. And then you realize that Kevin has also killed him. You find his like bloody body, like in his trash can of salt, you find like his body.
Perfect.
Yeah. And it's just a matter of time before Kevin gets to you.
Love it. I think it's awesome.
Can someone out there do that?
Move on it.
Please. Yeah. Let's green light it. Let's Steam green light it. I don't think that's a thing anymore. Much like wicker hampers. My whole life is built on crumbling lies, Tyler. Everything I've known is disappearing before me, like sands. It's the sands between my
through
fingers.
the hourglass.
Yeah, right.
So are the days of our lives.
Yeah.
So the whole goal of the game is basically, I guess, to collect all your family valuables, throw them down a laundry chute into your massive, massive Richie Rich type basement safe.
There's a vault down there.
Like a vault, like a bank vault.
Yeah, like a bank vault.
Like a movie bank vault.
With the big rotating wheel and everything. Where it's like, if you were in Kevin's house and all of a sudden it turned into a ship and you need to steer it, you just pull that thing off the vault and you're good to go. You can steer it. You can steer that house on the sea.
Sorry, I'm eating the chocolate.
I know.
Very good.
Yeah. What kind is it?
It's that Merci chocolate.
Oh, the Merci chocolate.
But, because of course you wake up, you're in Kevin's room, and you have like a squirt gun.
Yeah. Everyone in Twitch chat thought it looked like a big black dildo.
Oh yeah, and it's a coming dildo. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's one of the fancy ones that cam girls use.
That's what grosses out. It grosses out. There's Bella.
If you can hear it, probably. Can you hear that dog, listener? Mm-hmm. I'm guessing you can't, but you let us know.
I don't know. Can you hear Bella? Comment on a Facebook post.
Comment below. Like and subscribe.
Is cheese a pizza topping, and can you hear Bella?
Yeah, we need to know those two things. Also, how'd you do on the quiz? Don't comment on how we did, because we don't care.
And we know. We know. So then, because I feel like very rarely do you see Marv and what is the other one's name?
Harry.
Harry. Very rarely do you see the two of them. It's more you see the other of the wet bandits, Munchausen, Gattaca, Suit,
yeah.
Suit.
Or number 2 from Austin Powers.
How many? That's 5. Because there are 5 or there are 6.
I don't know. I didn't care.
There we go. Munchausen, Gattaca, and Suit.
I didn't care. Like, all the gangsters just look like Gennaro gangsters.
They look like, yeah.
I didn't give a shit.
Like they're a shred of a mobster movie. Like they look like they're from the black and white movie.
Yeah. They look like they're snakes. I do have, this is from the instruction manual if we want to delve deeper into the story and these new gangsters. Harry and Marv, the bumbling wet bandits, have paid their debt to society and are now ready to get revenge on the youngster that caused them their humiliating defeat. Kevin McAllister.
So this is technically Home Alone
This
1.5.
This takes place between Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Okay.
Even though I did beat this game without using save states, just going to go ahead and brag about that so you can put it on my tombstone if I happen to die, soon. Please put that on there. The ending of the game is pretty much the ending of the movie.
So they leave him they go away for like a day trip.
Yeah.
And leave him there. So leave him at home again.
They get
not as dramatically.
Yeah, stop leaving him at home alone. Just stop doing it.
That is such a stupid fucking loophole that this game did then.
Oh, yeah.
It takes place after one, but it's the same ending
This is
as
not
one.
Yeah, this is not the retelling of the movie. This is like a continuation. Was there a novelization to Home Alone?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
There's got to be.
We need to buy it on Amazon if it is and give it away as a prize. All right, so the Wet Bandits have arranged for Kevin's family to be out of the house when they come calling again, leaving him home alone for the rematch.
So they caused this. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, how are you going to arrange that? Excuse me, ma'am. Remember the time we robbed your house or tried to rob your house? Is there any way we could convince you to leave Kevin home alone again? That would be really super if you wouldn't mind.
Free money for families that don't have a 12-year-old with them.
They don't need the free money, clearly.
Yeah.
Although maybe their dad has a problem. Like maybe he's addicted to money. Maybe
They have
that's the
huge
thing.
4-story houses.
Yeah, it's 4 wings.
Mm-hmm.
And like the house, it's a 2-story house with 4 wings. It's kind of like your new house near Draftonville. That's how I imagine it, at least.
I do have a vault.
With a big laundry
And
chute.
hundreds of VCRs and dogs that
Yeah,
I need to throw in the vault.
Yeah. I figured.
Candelabras.
I figured they came with the house. This time, the sneaky thieves have beefed up their gang with robbers and crooks that are more than eager to help themselves to the McAllister valuables. Only the resourceful Kevin stands between the new Wet Bandit gang and his family's fortune.
And an insurance payment?
Right. They're not even the sticky bandits yet.
Oh, you're right.
They're not even the sticky bandits. This is probably what causes them to become the sticky bandits.
We have to rebrand it after getting beaten twice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to deal with that reputation. By the way, I can't remember who's Marv and who's Harry.
Daniel Stern is Marv.
Daniel Stern is Marv. Okay. So Daniel Stern, Marv.
I question that.
I don't know. I'm rolling with it. Marv is, out of the two, he is clearly the asshole. Because, it is his idea to stop up the sinks and flood the houses that they rob. And, that is... robbing someone's house is shitty for sure. Joe Pesci's character impersonates a police officer at the beginning of the movie to, scope out houses. That's an asshole thing to do, but it does not cause, property damage. Seriously, man, robbing the house isn't bad enough. You're going to fucking flood it, too.
Yeah.
It's really shitty. Very shitty. Would you rather have
the actors? Come on. IMDb. Why you gotta hide this shit?
Would you rather have a wet house or a sticky house?
I've already got a sticky house, so...
Yeah? Explain.
I'll go with sticky house. Yeah, 4 girls, man. I got a fucking sticky house.
Explain.
Yeah, Joe Pesci is Harry and Daniel Stern is Marv.
Daniel Stern is Marv. Okay. Great actors.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
They are wonderful actors.
I like both of them for sure. I think Home Alone 3 was a new kid, right?
Uh-huh.
And then Home Alone 4 was almost a whole new cast, but they were playing the same characters.
I saw that the Sandlot 2
What?
is basically the Sandlot with a new cast just doing the same movie.
Who plays Hercules?
Oh, I can't remember.
Moose. That's Eddie from Frasier.
Yeah, nice.
Or a moose.
It wouldn't be a tadpog, but yeah, just a moose in a junkyard.
It's impossible for us to find a bigger dog. What do we do? I know where we can get a moose.
Done. What are we going to call it? Frasier.
Canadian Sandlot.
Don't get it. Old man Frasier's yard. He got that moose.
There's probably moose in Seattle, right? Moose? Is that the plural? Moose?
Meese.
Meese? Yeah.
Meese is a blacksmith you can recruit. So is Moose in Suikoden 1.
Oh, really?
Moss.
I forgot them.
Moss, Mose, Meese,
Moose.
Moose. Forget the last one. You have to recruit all 4 of them that are hidden to get the 5th master blacksmith at the end of the game that can make your weapons, and they're all like the M names.
That's a really cool
And they have
thing.
the same like uniform of different colors and
That's
their
cool.
rank of how good of a blacksmith they are.
That's cool. I like that. We need to do that game on the show sometime. I know you're waiting on me, but I'll play it again.
Whenever you're ready.
I'll play it again. It's just long games,
I think
man.
that'd be a fun one to stream.
It would, but it would be like a serious commitment.
Yeah. It's not one you have to grind very much in.
I don't remember grinding a whole lot when
Because
I played it.
every area is a new, like, it kind of, once you hit a certain level, then it's really hard to level up.
Yeah.
So it kind of gets you to the cap you need to be at.
And I'm glad
then
you don't have to
keep going.
grind.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like, I didn't grind much in Shining Force 2, and I like that a lot. You know, like that was a really fun game that I got into.
Oh, my Raspberry Pi machine is working, and I am enjoying very much playing through Shining Force: The Final Conflict.
Oh, the Game Gear game? Cool.
That takes place between Shining Force 1 and 2. So the enemy is one of the bosses.
Clearly not the Final Conflict.
Right.
Yeah.
The enemy.
Never mind. Not interested.
But the enemy is one of the 5 bosses from Shining Force 2. You're following her around, and they're talking about going to Grand's Island and breaking the seals.
Really?
And shit like that. Yeah.
Which boss is it?
It's the woman, Michaela. She has
The demon?
blue skin.
Yeah, I liked her. Yeah, she was, I liked her for the wrong
So I'm
reasons.
chasing her around.
Yeah, I liked her for the Salma Hayek reasons.
And from what I read, for a short time, like Odd Eye is supposed to join your party.
Oh, cool.
So-
Interesting. I might enjoy that. Other than it being falsely named
That's true.
Final Conflict. Let's cash in on this Final
semi-final
Fantasy.
conflict.
Yeah.
Shining Force Sweet 16. Okay. Because really, the game is super simple in that you're avoiding the mobsters.
Yep.
You can usually shoot them with a weapon with, a ton of ammo, and they'll
Double over.
and then you can jump over them.
That's pretty much what you need to do.
Or
Unless
you
it's
can lure,
Marv.
You lure them into traps
Yeah.
or knock bowling balls off ledges onto their heads.
Yeah.
Or
So, traps are in the game, but it's like
they'll kill you too.
most of them will. Like the stuff on the ground will. There's inconsistencies because it's like the tacks on the ground will like kill Kevin or hurt Kevin. Kevin has like 3 hit points, and it's like each time he takes a hit from like a burglar or a trap on the ground, it'll remove 1 little pip of health. You can refill those by finding cookies in the aforementioned hampers, toilets, boxes. Or he can get there are also pizza slices. I actually do kind of like this. I like so you have lives in this game. This isn't like a 2018 game. This is very much a 1990 game or 91 game where it's like you have lives, and once you lose all 3 of your health points, you're dead, and then you start the level over again. You can get extra lives in this game by getting full pizzas, full cheese pizzas. Or alternatively, you can collect 8 slices of pizza. And I do like that. I do think that's nice because like it was always exciting to have like it was always exciting to find a slice of pizza and then like look up and be like, all right, how much do I have until I can get an extra life? So always like finding a slice of pizza was always like, all right, this is good because it never went to waste.
Yeah.
Sometimes the cookies would go to waste because it's like I'm at full life. So what am I gonna do with this fucking cookie? Nothing. I'm not gonna do a shit with it. Or I would get a piece of treasure and my bag is full. That's another thing you have to deal with. This game has an inventory system.
Yeah, wonderful inventory system.
Yeah, a very rudimentary inventory system where it's like, and I think it changes from level to level, which sucks. Because it's like on level 1, I think you can hold like 6 things in your bag. And by things, I mean pieces of treasure. So it's like you put a piece of treasure in there. Once you get 6 pieces of treasure, you got to go to that damn laundry chute to dump them into the basement. And before you can pick up any more treasure, you can still see it. You can try to get it. But when you do, you get like this notification that you're no good. You can't get it.
You're no good.
You're no good. Yeah, that's what that sound is. You're no good. You're nothing to me. Get out of here. But so I didn't really like that because
January, frogs. Seat 6 on the clock. Top 10 answers on the board.
we surveyed 100 people. This amphibious creature is known for eating flies.
It's an alligator.
Actually, I don't think they do that, but they do that when it's like
You repeat an answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry, your husband already gave that answer. You're both dumb fucks. So like it frustrated me because I wouldn't.
How much would you pay for a newspaper? Half penny.
Half pence? Ding. Number 1 answer on the board.
Thank you for playing Victorian Family Feud.
Thank you for playing extra. Read all about it.
What are our corsets made of? Whalebone. Ding.
Unless you're at a Renaissance festival.
Yeah.
And then they're just leather, I think. Just cheap leather. Overpriced leather. But yeah, it frustrated me. The inventory system frustrated me because it's like invariably I would have a full bag and not realize it and then have to make a long journey to the laundry chute. It's nice because each wing has a laundry chute, the first floor and second floor. So at least there's that. You don't have to like traverse from one floor to the next just to dump your sack. But like
Something I do after you leave.
right?
And my
you gotta
wife.
dump your sack
Dump
into
my sack.
your wife. Let's pause the podcast. Let's talk about that. So when you dump all the things down the chute, you go down there. Once you collected the required amount of treasure, there's a little counter up at the top. And once it counts down to 0, every time you deposit a treasure, it ticks 1 down. Once it reaches 0, a key to the basement appears in front of the basement door. You get the key, you go into the basement, and that's when it turns into
Boss time.
shitty Castlevania.
Yeah.
Is what it turns into, because it is like the shittiest Castlevania you can imagine. Because it's like you got bats, you got like creatures of the night, you got rats, you got ghosts.
Yeah.
But you don't have a whip. They're like I don't know. I didn't even try to hit them with anything. I just dodged them.
You have to dodge them until you get to the boss.
Yeah.
It's the giant version of whatever you just had to crawl through.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Fear Factor. It's Fear Factor the game, which probably already has a game. It's likely that there was an early 2000s Fear Factor game.
Like PlayStation?
Had to have been. Had to have. There was a game for Lost. There's a game for Fear Factor.
Hey, Sassafras, I need you to get me 30 pineapples from the island. And then I might.
So Sawyer. I almost said Tom Sawyer. So Tom Sawyer's giving you jobs.
I think that is like a quest. I remember like.
Oh god,
watching
is that for real? Oh,
like,
I love it.
Yeah, he gives you a nickname, some bullshit until you can collect like 30 pineapples. You run from the jungle and collect 30 pineapples for Sawyer.
I like to think that at the beginning of Lost, there's character creation where it asks you, do you have any like physical flaws or anything that Sawyer might reference when he's asking you in condescending nature to get shit for him? Hey, nose, get some coconuts for me.
What flaw that correlates to a pop culture reference do you have?
Right, yeah, exactly. There's multiple choice. That's all the character creation is. How large would you say your breasts are?
Hey, Punky Brewster.
We got to play that Lost game at some point. I heard it is awful.
I carry my husband's heart in a bag. Hey, Mary Shelley.
We need to make this game. Like, this is the next Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. Well, I'm sorry.
It's just the Sawyer nickname simulator.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. You wrote it. You just fucking did it.
It'd be a good flash game. We'll put on Newgrounds.
I've got RPG Maker. All I have to do is figure out how to do simple menus. That we could do it. And we'll do like a 16-bit rendition of Sawyer, like chilling on the beach. And then it'll just be questions.
He lowers his sunglasses at you.
It's all it is questions. But I would like it if it had that Telltale Games quality where it's like 5% of other players said they had large breasts.
95% of other players.
Oh, I didn't say it was an anime game. So, Home Alone.
So during the bosses, you just have to like knock a brick out of the wall onto it, like
A giant
the boss
brick.
4 or 5 times.
The boss is a giant thing of something, like you said, you crawled through to get there. And it's the same boss fight each time. There's a big old brick. You got to jump on the brick to make the brick fall on the giant. Spider in level 2, giant ghost in level 3, and giant rat in level 4.
Huzzah. And then you go to the vault and throw your shit in and seal it up.
Yeah, no boss in level 1. They go easy on you.
And that pretty much is the game.
Yeah, it's pretty much the game. The wings are ridiculous. I think it's funny that the McAllisters have a wing in their house that is dedicated to their pets. Everything in the first wing is like...
And a circus with all the giant jack-in-the-boxes and toy soldiers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's level 2, man. Like, level 2 is all like done up like the mall at Christmas. And you are collecting toys because once again... It's the mall at Christmas, I guess.
See, now I want to play Spider-Man, X-Men, Arcade's Revenge, and Wolverine's level that takes place entirely in...
That's a very bad game.
Clown hell.
That's not a good game. Was there a Toys game? Remember the movie Toys?
There was a Toys game.
Well, we got to play that at some point.
Okay. You'll do that next?
It
would
would
do a good game.
It would be a hell of a lot easier to stream the Duke of 3D.
Yeah.
Which I know we want to do. Yeah. That's on my list. I think some people are excited about that. So maybe it's on the list. We got to use that bumper again anyway. So level 2 is, yes, it's like the mall at Christmas in your house. And that's pretty much it. There are large toy soldiers and all that, everything, all that. Level 3 is like they literally call it the electronics wing of the house.
Oh, yes, of course, the electronics wing.
Where it's all like giant speakers, TVs, and that's the kind of shit you're collecting is like Game Boys and TVs and all that. Those are the treasures. My favorite fucking wing of the house, we've mentioned it, we've alluded to it a few times already. My favorite wing of the house is the pet wing. And it is like when they describe the pet wing in the game, they say that is the wing that houses the McAllisters' most valuable pets. Not their most prized, not their loved ones.
Not their garbage pets.
Yeah, right. They keep the garbage pets in wing 1. Their most valuable ones, right there in wing 4, buddy. So, and that one's like decorated with like bird cages and stuff like that.
Just all over the place. Fucking dog kennels. Shit.
Yeah, it's a bad game. It is not the worst SNES game that I have played.
Oh, no, not at all.
In fact, I have a little quiz for you, Tyler.
It's playable.
It is. It's playable. I really do think it's playable.
Not good, but it's playable.
What happened to me was I played it. The first time I played it, I got to like level 3 or something like that. And someone in Twitch chat was like, there are only 4 levels of this game. And when I got that information, it was like, I'm doing it. We're fucking doing it. I'm doing it. Second time I played through, got the 4th level, got to the final fucking boss, got to the rat and died.
Oh.
Every time you die, also, this is worth mentioning.
Yep.
This is honestly probably the best, like, game over screen in existence, truly, because it is like, it's a horrible image of Kevin from the movie in the scene where he splashes the aftershave on his face, which my mom had to explain why that was funny to me as a kid because I did not get it. But to be fair, as an adult, I was still like, I don't think this is...
That doesn't hurt.
It's not. I don't think it's funny. Right, exactly. It doesn't hurt. Aftershave doesn't burn. Maybe I'm using the bad stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm not using gin.
We're just more scared. Yeah.
Like I should.
Bactine.
Like Kevin's dad. Yeah, Listerine. That's good. That's a good sticky face. All the women are going to love this.
They'll have a good sticky jaw.
Right? But every time when you die in the game, you get that 16-bit, horribly pixelated portrait of Kevin McAllister in that scene with his hands on his face. And instead of or anything like that, it is giant orange letters that kind of look like
It looks like the Ben-Hur format.
Thank you. I was trying to think. It's like the 70s style, like letters that are like stretching from infinity to you. And it just says, "Oh no." And it is like just the fact that it says like the
You got horrible digital.
yes.
It's almost akin to Terra's scream.
Right, when she turns into an Esper or half Esper, sorry. The only way it could have been funnier to me is it because like "oh no" is like so like generic. Like if it would have been like "oh boy" or something like like
Oopsie.
oops. Yeah. You done died there, Kevin. Sorry about that. But I say that like it's weird because I love that game over screen like ironically, but I also like genuinely love it. Like there's a mix where it's like it's so weirdly endearing to me because it's like they tried, man. They fucking tried. And like they failed, and it is because of that it has its charm. Like you know what I mean? It's like this like lo-fi kind of like charm that makes me wonder like was the person in charge of like the graphics, they were just like, man, this is a bad fucking game. I've played ActRaiser, and I know that this is a bad game. So it's like, what would be appropriate for this game? I know, this ending screen. And then when you do beat the game, like I said, you get more horrible sprites. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like just nightmarish sprites of Kevin and his mom conversing. And their dialogue is all through like word bubbles and stuff like that. And that's fine. I mean, that's whatever it is. And then it ends with Marv and Harry in jail.
I wish it were digitized sound clips of Catherine O'Hara, though, speaking Super Nintendo.
All right, early 90s Catherine O'Hara. I mean, what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Current Catherine O'Hara. Fine.
I haven't seen her
Let's all do
recently.
it.
No. All right. Well, I'll have to look her up. I'll weigh in on next episode. I know she's listening. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh, yeah,
so you
true.
and I will talk about it off
That's
mic.
true.
But the ending scene is spoilers. If you're planning on finishing Home Alone for the SNES, Marv and Harry in jail, and then you get a nice little animation of the jail door just sliding and then shutting.
Yep.
And you get this nice cha-ching sound. And then that's it.
And then cursive neon, see you in New York.
The Big Apple. So that's pretty much it. I have a survey put together for you. Would you like to take it real
let's
quick
take a
for me,
survey.
please? Would you mind filling out this comments card before you leave the podcast?
Yeah.
I said earlier that we've played some really bad SNES games, and I want to know how you feel about this game. Tyler, which is better, Home Alone for the SNES or Home Improvement, Power Tool Pursuit for the SNES?
Home Alone.
I agree. Correct answer. Ding! Tyler, which game is better, Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Bebe's Kids for the Super
Home
Nintendo?
Alone.
Ding! Correct answer, Tyler. You're two for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tyler,
Yes,
which game is better, Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Cool World for the Super
Yeah,
Nintendo?
Home Alone.
Ding!
I
Ding!
think that
Ding!
was
Ding! 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 Tyler, which game is better? I want to remind everybody listening, these are all games that we have done episodes on. So just weighing in on that. We're experts is what I'm saying. Usually we're crass commentators. Right now, we're experts. Oh, yeah. I almost said commentators.
That's what I always hear. Commentators.
Commentators.
We're not Royal Spud. We're commentators.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. I can't remember the last one I asked, so if I asked you this one already, I'm sorry.
You say
Which,
cool.
Oh, okay, good. Which game is better, Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or The Lawnmower Man for Super Nintendo?
Ooh, that's close.
It's Home Alone.
I barely remember Lawnmower Man, but fuck.
It's very bad. It's very bad. Those virtual reality segments are very,
Okay, yeah.
very, very bad. Tyler, which game is better, Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Stargate for the Super Nintendo?
Home Alone.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, Stargate. Again, another one I forgot we fucking did completely.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Yeah, we did a bunch. Tyler, which game is better, Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Eek the Cat for Super Nintendo?
God, fucking eat the cat. Man, We've done too many episodes. Eat the Cat was a funny episode that no one listened to, but probably Home Alone.
Ding ding. Home Alone. Correct answer. Tyler, which game is better? Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Captain Novolin? Or Novolin? Novolin? How do you
Novolin?
How do you say that pharmaceutical that I've never
definitely
taken?
Home Alone.
Ding ding. Home Alone.
Home Alone was so bad.
Tyler, which game is better? Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Days Before Christmas? That's Days, D-A-Z-E. Days Before Christmas.
Days Before Christmas.
Gang, gang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is Home Alone. I'm sorry. It is Home
You could be
Alone.
that Krampus in Days Before Christmas.
Judges. Tyler, which game is better? Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Bill Lambier's Combat Basketball for the Super Nintendo?
Home Alone.
It's Bill Lambier's Combat Basketball.
You didn't mind Combat Basketball.
I didn't mind it. And final question on this survey, which is there's no right or wrong answers on this survey. I want to remind you.
Oh, okay. No, there are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was wrong all along. Tyler, which game is better? Home Alone for the Super Nintendo or Super Turrican 2 on the Super Nintendo?
Oh, it's definitely got to be the better game is Home Alone.
Ding, 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 ding. Correct answer. You're a grand prize winner.
J.D. Michelle will agree.
Yes, although many people probably won't, but that's okay. Fuck them. Super Turrican 2 should not have been on IGN's list. Shouldn't have been on IGN's list. There, I said it for the 18th time. I had a lot of fun today, Tyler.
Fuck yeah.
Talking about Home Alone. I'm going to think about like 15 different things that I wanted to talk about on the ride home.
That's okay.
So I'll just do a little bonus. I'll call you on my way home. We'll just do a little bonus podcast for just you and me.
Perfect. Love it. Yeah. It'll just be for our households, an inter-household podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Tyler, put me on speaker is what I'll say. And I'll be like, am I on speaker? And then you'll say yes. And then I'll wonder throughout the whole conversation whether or not I'm actually on speaker or not. I'll say things that might elicit a reaction from Melissa. And if I don't hear anything, I'll be like, are you sure I'm on speaker?
She thinks I'm funnier than you are, and I don't hear laughter.
I don't hear a goddamn
She's
thing.
not even there.
Wait, are you muting me for the funny bits?
Sure, Dave, no.
Are you only unmuting me for the times when my voice cracks?
That's my mutant power.
Tyler, before we close things out, I have a few questions for you. Do you have any achievements for this game?
I do. Let's see.
What are they?
Because I thought of two in the way, and I got to remember them.
Would you like me to go first?
Yes, you go first.
I will
please.
go first. So that you can say, that was mine. Twice.
Oh, you got your first two. I did those.
And you'll be set. Right. Those are them. All right. So these achievements all are from Twitch viewers who watch the stream on Sunday. If you would like to submit achievements, you can do so in Twitch chat. Like I said earlier, I stream typically on Sundays at 8:30 Central. Would love to see you. Drop by, and you can help. First achievement comes from Face Full of Alien Wing Wong, and this achievement title is and that's it. No, in order to unlock you need to put the Home Alone cartridge in your SNES and play it and realize how shitty it is.
What have I done?
Next achievement comes from our very own suggester, our very own possible quiz master, Bovine Bear Matt Cowan.
Oh, yeah.
And his achievement is Ghost of Christmas, past, P-A-S-S-E-D. And in order to unlock Ghost of Christmas Past, you need to defeat the ghost boss at the end of level 3. Sorry that I have to spell it, but I have to spell it because I can't say past, and past.
Passed.
I can't. They're the same for me. Are they the same for most people?
Yeah, I think so.
Or just Southern people?
Past.
Like in Oregon, are they like, oh man, I totally just passed that test. Passed that test. And like, no man, forget it. That's all in the past.
I mean, people in Oregon, it is how Phil and Bulbasaur say it. I've heard them.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot all about it. Next achievement comes from Josh ATC.
Arthur said, you passed my turd on that floor.
Actually, I'm sorry. The next achievement isn't from Josh ATC. Sorry, Josh ATC, who just was probably like, what? Fuck you. I wanted to mention Josh ATC because he had the same achievement with the name No Proton Packs Needed. I couldn't decide.
Nice.
And it was one of those where it's like, oh, I got to go with one of these. And I was like, so I wanted to give Josh a mention for sure. Next achievement this is rare as fuck, but Bubba Drewski, like, it's I like to not have more than one achievement from a person. But fucking Bubba Drewski knocked it out of the park. Like, he submitted to, and like both of those, when I read them later, I laughed. So no pressure, Bubba Drewski. But I thought they were really funny. The first of which is Glory Hole. And in order to unlock Glory Hole, empty your sack in the wall hole, which I really enjoyed. I just enjoy the turn of phrase, empty your sack. Like, that is like such a good, like, it is straight up something I am going to tell Nikki right before I'm about to finish. Like, God, I'm about to empty my sack.
Turn this sack inside out.
Is your laundry chute ready?
Yeah.
Next achievement from Bubba Drewski is...
I'm gonna fight your ghost.
Let me fight your
I'm
ghost.
gonna get past your wrath and your spiders.
Let me fight the ghost of our potential children.
Nice.
Next achievement from Bubba Drewski is Cheese Pizza 2 Electric Boogaloo, which of course got my attention. He knows how to play the game, I think. And in order to unlock Cheese Pizza 2 Electric Boogaloo, but hold on, it's not just to appease Dave with the Electric Boogaloo. There's a tie-in. You need to get 2 pizza from electrical wall outlets. Because
nice.
you can get
Nice.
pizza from toilets and wall outlets and all kinds of shit. Last achievement I've got is from Edgelord Kyle, a.k.a. Chivo Gladiator. Watch the throne, Edgelord Kyle. I think Bubba Drewski's making moves. Is welcome to primetime, bitch. In order to unlock welcome to primetime, bitch, he said I must say it in Freddy's voice. You need to smash the gangster's head with a TV, which you can that's one of the traps in the game. Totally doable. I had a lot of achievements. So I wasn't able to include them all, but huge thank you to everybody who did submit achievements. Please continue to do so. I honestly think it's wonderful. You are literally doing my job. And I love you for it. Tyler, did you think of yours? Or which of these 2 would you like to steal?
Oh yeah, Bubba Drewski's.
Much like a game show, it's like you have the option of stealing. I'll pass and you can steal.
It's my podcast. Those 2.
Right, those right there. I mean, I stole all of them. I didn't come up with any of those.
My first one is the Undertaker's special move, and you unlock that by you get killed by the ghosts, because there's a wrestling game where the Undertaker's special is he summons ghosts that look like that
Nice.
out of the ring to hurt you.
Like he's Shang Tsung or something.
Yes.
Because like you did the hand gesture.
Yeah,
like when you did the hand gesture, I was like, oh, that's like Shang Tsung, like
Ghosts.
juggling souls. It totally was. Like, I wish I had a camera, like, because if I could take a photo of you doing that, that would be your fighting game, like, profile. Like when they shoot the matchup screen. Do you remember the game?
I don't remember which wrestling game it was.
He was probably in a shitload
He's
of
on
them.
a lot. And what my other one? Shit, I thought of it and forgot it too. Fuck it, that's it.
That's it?
Undertaker.
We have
something about the pets, but I forgot.
We have a little bit of show left. So if
Yeah.
it comes to you, just shout it out, please.
All right.
Is it heavy petting? Anything with that?
Oh, so that's good. Yeah.
Pet Shop Boys? Anything with that?
It was Simon Belmont, because in the first level, anything you dropped in the chute turns into a candelabra.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I did not notice that.
No matter what you collect and go to the, it
It's
turns
a
into a
candelabra.
candelabra.
Awesome. I'm glad you remembered it. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've got a few more questions for you.
All right.
The first of which is, I want to know how much this game is on price charting, who changed their site design, by the way, and it totally freaked me out for a minute because I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
They don't give the different prices anymore.
You were totally bugging.
I was wiling out, Tyler. No shit. How much do you think this game is? Home Alone for the Super Nintendo, used on price charting. What's the average price? I'm sorry, they don't call it average anymore. What's the typical cost of Home Alone for the Super Nintendo?
Fucking
used?
PC bullshit.
Coming in, changing my price charting
Fucking
titles.
liberal snowflakes rolling in their fucking PC bullshit. Can't say
Average
goddamn price anymore.
Now they gotta say typical.
Typical cost, not to offend the average people. Not to offend my people, the averages.
Law of averages. We just named a sitcom based around that character you created.
And also, I just want to comment that
He's a lawyer. He becomes a lawyer. He's a judge.
Perfect.
He lives with the judge.
If there any long-term fan, as of like many years ago, GD was not a word that I would say. But Melissa introduced it into my vocabulary through fucking me so well.
I was about to say,
and I just,
goddamn, shoot your treasure to my shoot.
that I just started saying it. That's how good she is. She makes me sin against God.
She makes you blaspheme.
Yeah.
Unlike Kevin McAllister's house, your heavenly house is not going to have many treasures in it.
No.
Every time you say goddamn, a candelabra gets taken.
It's like that reference again, that Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Halloween, where he has this vault filled with treasure, and every time he doesn't solve a case, it starts disappearing.
Yeah, that's a good-ass episode
Yeah.
where he's playing the detective, the private eye.
I remember the hot girl bunny that's possessed by the demon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me feel weird, didn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've had frequent boners watching that.
What if you went back and watched that, and it turned out that it was Lola Bunny?
Lola Duck. It's a duck.
She's a duck?
So it's, what's
then
her
I'm-
name from Tiny Toons?
I'm thinking it's something completely different. From Tiny Toons, the girl, the loon?
There you go.
Yeah, she's a loon, though.
It's her all grown up.
Oh, I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
But that's just a Tiny Toons theory. Mm-hmm. That's our tagline.
That's our,
Are you interested in doing a Tiny Toons podcast with
Yeah.
me?
Every episode, one by one.
Just
do them all.
Wouldn't it be, like an episode by episode rewatch of Tiny Toons. We watch it and then we do a podcast. And I think it'd be funny if we just completely replace this podcast with that. For
every
like the
episode?
entirety of Tiny Toons. And then we don't even engage with anybody. We just
Answer questions.
Nope. We don't even log into
We just
Facebook.
watch our Patreon just drop.
love it.
And we don't even care.
Or it goes way up. Because people are like, what is this Andy Kaufman level of comedy that's going on? How long are they going to do this? We love it. Here's our money. And then they'll be like, here's what will happen. We'll get 4 episodes into the Tiny Toons podcast, and I guarantee you people will be like, TADPOG really wasn't that good after all.
And then we just quit.
Yeah, right.
Everything.
We come online once to be like, how are you guys enjoying the new format? And if it's positive, we're like, we're done. Mic drop. We're
And if
done.
it's negative, we're done and we kill ourselves.
Yeah, we're really sad about it. All right. Come on. I know you guys would love to hear how we think Plucky Duck sucks a dick. You know it. Search your feelings. You know it to be true, listener. If you've made it this far, if you've stuck with us this far, I know you'd love to hear us talk about Plucky Duck sucking a dick.
Yeah.
It's for sure.
A pluck job.
A pluck job. Do you remember that old wave file that was circulating around the internet 1998 where it was Donald Duck receiving a blowjob?
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. And it's I feel like in this, I could look it up right now and probably find out where that came from. But in high school, it blew my mind. I was like, where did this come from?
How can I get more of this magic?
Yeah, really.
Is this the internet?
I love it. One day I will talk dirty on it. For my sister, who listens, by the way, she did tell me.
Oh,
Yeah, totally. It's fine. She's great. I love my sister.
Okay.
She and this is how I know. She sent me a text message. Apparently, at some point, I made a joke about my own sister wouldn't give me $10. She sent me a text message, and it was I would give you $10. And my response was,
Dana, just send him $10. That would have been funnier.
that would have been, yeah, come on. I'm the funny sibling. Clearly, I'm the funny
Just
one.
a blank card that just says the episode number and $10
Right.
in an envelope.
I had no idea what she was talking about, which would have made it even better because I was like, okay.
That's the thing, because Ross Richard Green will send me a message asking about something, and I was like, I don't know what the
I
fuck
have
you're
no
talking
idea.
about.
Yeah. Anytime anyone asks me anything about the show, it's I don't know. So Tyler, how much do you think the typical cost?
$350.
I saw you looking at your phone there.
I got a text.
Brah.
I got a text from my mother.
Oh, okay. Was she giving
Let
you?
me see if she's telling me.
Ask your mom. Ask your mom how much she thinks Home Alone is for the Super Nintendo.
Are you still recording? Yes.
Kinda.
How much do you think Home Alone for Super Nintendo
Costs today. You gotta say today. Used.
costs today used.
Excellent.
Send.
Excellent.
She's gonna be very confused.
You need to screen cap that so we can post it in the show notes. But you're probably talking about private stuff before it.
No, it says I love you before that.
Private stuff. We don't let people know that our mothers love us.
Because I spell I love you, spell it all out. My mom uses the letter U for you.
Does she?
Yep.
So she does LUV?
No, just
LOUV.
I love LOVE and then U, just the letter U.
Oh, I see the U. I got you.
My mom texts like what you assume all 14-year-olds text like.
Yeah, like Mandy Bear from like early 2000s.
Uh-huh. Her MSN sign-in name was a lot of squigglies, Pam.
Stars. Like, how'd they do the star? How'd they do that? I know now. That's actually why I became a graphic designer. Like, day one, they were like, all right, these are the principles of design. My hand shot up. Yes, nerdy guy. When do we learn how to type stars? I would like to pretend to be a 14-year-old girl on the internet.
That's your senior capstone.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
We'll get you. We'll take care of you. You're
fibers.
You're
We'll
right.
get you.
You're one of those. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
How much did you say?
$350.
Tyler, actual.
My mom says, no idea.
Come on, Tyler's mom. Play along.
Come on, Pam.
Yeah. Yeah, Pam, play along. You know what you should have said? I bet Randy would know. Play them against each other like you did when you were a kid. I know every kid plays their parents against each other.
Ask Dad.
Ask Dad.
See who is closer.
We'll find out later if she's right.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly, I think she is right. She has no idea how much it is. So, okay, Pam, you win. I'll send you the prize that I've been holding for Tyler forever. Tyler, actual retail value of Home Alone, loose for the Super Nintendo, typical cost is $8.56.
Damn. Too high.
I'm not going to ask you how much. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's not worth that. It truly isn't. I want to ask you how much this game is new. I don't have a complete. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Well, no, let's just go with new. Tyler, how much do you think this game is new?
$72.
Tyler, actual retail value of Home Alone, new for the Super Nintendo is typically $89.62. You were close though.
Close. Oh, there's my phone.
All right, what'd she say? What's Mama Tyler say?
Dad says 300, and I say 200. What was it?
$8.56. You won.
856. You won.
No, you won, Tyler. You beat all of them.
Well,
but
true.
between her and him, she totally won. I hope she's happy. Do you think she might listen to this episode because of that?
No.
She wants to hear herself
I
win.
hope not. Talk about emptying my bag into my wife.
She knows.
She knows how hard I come
She
inside
knows.
My mom knows how hard I come inside Melissa's
Yeah,
vagina.
I've been to your house at Thanksgiving.
And how that pussy's so good it makes me go, God damn!
God damn! I'm a blasphemer! Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
Getting you in trouble with your mom and everything. You know she listens after your dad was on last episode. You know, because like he went home and he told her what goes on here, and she had to hear firsthand.
Dave said he put stuff in his butt and comes.
It was a joke, Randy.
Pam, I don't know about this David fella. You want to put stuff in my butt?
I love the world and where I introduce your parents to a world of sexual delights.
My dad acts like he's all like he acts like the dad from American Beauty. He's just standing outside your house in the rain. You put stuff in your
Tyler,
He goes to put something in. Whoa, Randy.
step one.
And then he goes home, gets his gun and kills you.
That is actually the part that I believe. Tyler, what you need to do is tell your dad, as you push in, he pushes out. That's a trick for him.
I said you won, and my mom just kind of ignored me. Are you busy?
We're almost done. We're almost done. Don't worry.
Okay, there we go. Taken care of.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would give it 17-year-old Tyler's beard.
Why is that? Were you 17 years old when Home Alone came out?
Not just 17 years
Are you
old.
much older than I thought?
When I was growing my first patchy beard.
An Apache beard. A patchwork beard.
A patchy young man beard.
A jester beard.
Like Kevin trying to shave and hurting himself. And
gotcha.
how this game is very underwhelming and not really done.
And hurtful.
Yes.
All right. I like that. If Tyler, if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give it from Avengers Infinity War, Thor's eye patch.
I liked the eye patch a lot.
Well, I liked it too. So like the eye patch is a good idea, but they pretty quickly get rid of it.
Spoilers.
And just give him his eye patch.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's gonna be annoying. He gets a fake eye.
I hated that he got an eye.
Like immediately, like he hardly has that eye patch at all. Like the
sucks,
end of
man.
Ragnarok
I know.
and the very beginning of
They just
Infinity
fucking
War.
undo it just like that.
Yep.
I like how they undid it. I'm not gonna spoil that, I guess, but like I like how they undid it. Like I like that, like the relationship, the buddy, the buddy relationship that was formed by that. I liked that a lot. But like, come on, man, the eye patch was a good fucking look, and it's like it's okay if your characters change a fucking little bit.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth has been like, the haircut's enough. Give me my fucking eye back. I don't want to wear this for the next like 8 movies.
I don't know. You think
this isn't worth $100 million? Thank you.
I feel like Heath would. I don't
You can
know.
CGI Evans a beard. You can take away the stupid eye patch.
And they're like, I don't know, man. Did you see what happened to Superman? Or they tried to get rid of that mustache. Let's just give you your eye back. It's fine. Maybe that's what he threatened.
Ah, there you go.
He's like, you want to look stupid? Tyler, I have one more question for you.
All right.
Does this game belong on the NES Classic?
Nope.
All right, I agree. It does not, for many reasons, does not belong on the NES Classic.
Or the SNES Classic.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Home Alone 2, Stunt Race, Racing, on the other hand,
Oh, yeah.
definitely belongs in there. That's it, man. That's all the questions I got for you.
All
You want
right,
to close it out?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that Executive Bruiser Janie just uploaded some of the older episodes just recently. So
yeah.
she's staying on it. And
yes.
thank you, Janie. We really do appreciate it.
So to miss next episode, what you want to do next week?
Do you want to do Duke Nukem? Would
Yeah,
you be okay with that?
I'm down.
I mean,
Duke Nukem, pending we can make it work.
yeah, I think we can make it work. It's just a matter of how bad we want to make it work.
Yeah.
But we can make it work.
Okay.
We have the technology.
Duke Nukem or something else if for some reason it becomes a total failure.
Let's commit. Duke
Okay,
Nukem.
all right, Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
All right, Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem 3D?
I was about to say, we didn't say which Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem 3D.
Okay, all right.
Committed.
All right,
Lock
done.
it in.
Done and done.
Final answer.
What else do I talk about? Hey, do you want to send us something? You can, if we want to break up quizzes, give us like something to try, something funny, whatever. Send it to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky, 42002.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/TADPOG. There are a lot of cool people there doing a lot of cool shit. We've got a cool group called TADPOG Nation. You can join us there if you want. But it is super secret, so you do have to ask to be invited. So send the invite or send a request, and you'll get in. It's no problem, as long as you're not a bot. Or if you're like, we'll know you're a bot if you're like 4,000 groups and have 23 friends. We'll know. We'll know.
Yeah.
Or if you look like an unreal person, like. No offense to anybody, but like I know when I get a message from a sex bot on Twitter, like I just know because I'm like,
I know because we talking for like 5 minutes and then
if I piece it
come,
together,
and
I'm
then
like,
I know.
damn it, fuck, fooled again. But yeah, you can also find us on Twitter. Speaking of sex
told
bots,
you sex bot, I already come.
gotcha, BB. You can find us on Twitter at TADPOG.
What's your name? Nice name.
Right?
Where are you from? Nice place.
America. It's a common one. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at @TADPOG_podcast. It's cumbersome, I realize. Thank you, everybody who has been retweeting us. It's a huge help. Really appreciate it.
I'm just going to randomly text my wife, ASL.
About her laundry shoot.
Yes.
How's your laundry shoot, girl? Goddamn, how's your laundry shoot? She'll know what you mean. Also, hey, did you enjoy this? Did you enjoy this episode? If you did, you can give us money. Believe it or not, you can give us money. You give us at least $1 on Patreon, patreon.com/tadpog _podcast, I think. Maybe it's just Tadpog. Just search for Tadpog on Patreon. If you give us $1, you get access to all our bonus episodes that we've done.
Yeah.
We
Videos, episodes.
Videos. Yep, we do have videos. That's the thing. I'm super glad you said that because a few people have asked me, where's the last bonus episode? The last bonus episode was a video. So that's why it didn't come through on your podcatchers.
Yeah.
So like our last episode we did, we ate some really spicy shit and drank a 250,000 chili vodka, 250,000 Scoville chili vodka, and then we played Where's Waldo. So it is worth your $1. I fucking promise. If you like this at all, it's worth your $1. I want to thank a few people recently who have upped their donations. I'd like to thank Dig Dougie, who recently upped his donation. Dig Dougie, thank you very much. And I'd like to thank Platinum member Brett Miller for increasing his donation as well. Thank you very much, Brett. And thank you both for hanging out on Twitch. I see you guys a lot, and it's really cool. Glad that you're there. Thank you.
Melissa says 23, not sure, Walmart.
Not sure of her sex? Interesting. She's fluid.
Gotta keep me guessing, yeah.
Also, totally lied about her age. I know because lingerie, she says that lingerie for men is a white t-shirt. It's a Gap costume. Hey, also, if I know we mentioned iTunes earlier, you can find us there. And you can also leave us a 5-star review there. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to someone who left us a 5-star review recently on there.
Nice.
Josh Smith to go. Definitely appreciate the 5-star review. Who says that he loves this podcast. And also warns people about the adult conversations and explicit content. Not for virgin ears. His words.
No. Pop your ear cherries.
Yeah, wait until someone comes in your ear and then play it.
Don't whop it out. Listen to TADPOG.
Yeah.
While it's in there.
That's your challenge. That's your sex challenge. Somebody listening is into that. And they're like, you know what? That is my sex challenge. And I say, Godspeed, friend.
$1 million if you listen to TADPOG.
Yeah, but like,
Ears full of cup.
but we need to have we need you to sign some kind of release form, release of liability, because like that might make you deaf.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this is a long episode too, so choose a short episode.
Almost 2 hours.
Wow. Choose Tyler and Dave fail at maths if you're gonna do one, because that is like a 20-minute nightmare.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
We have an Instagram, TADPOG_podcast
Yep.
on Instagram. Yeah, our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track can be found in the show notes at tadpog.com. How you want to close this out, Dave?
I'd like to close this out with like 7 or 8 phone calls, voicemails. Would
Okay.
you like to do that?
Yep.
I do have it all set up. I don't want to have it set up for no reason, but
Okay.
it's okay.
No,
If we're closing it on 2 hours, we should probably end this.
Well, we have 7 minutes, so it's 2 hours.
We have 7 minutes. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. Fuck it. Fucking thing sucks. Let's do it live. All right. First call. This is from 757.
Hey guys, this is Jesse Ingram. I recently became an instant super fan, I believe.
Do like instant
because,
super fans.
Long story short, I discovered you guys about 4 days ago, and then I discovered your
This call was left on November 28th of 2017.
So he's already done.
Yeah, he's moved past us. We are old news.
YouTube playlist of all your episodes. And now I'm on episode 31, and I'm still trucking.
Made it past Tyler and Dave fail at maths.
Yeah,
So he
damn.
actually is a true listener.
I have liked the group on Facebook. I've liked the, oh crap.
That's what we do here. That's it. The call is over.
Thank you, Chesty.
Thank you, Chesty. Because when I first played that, I heard Chesty too.
Yep.
I heard Chesty.
I still heard Chesty again.
Chesty Ingram.
Yep. So I don't know what your name really is, but that's your title. You are now Chesty
Chesty
Ingram.
Chesty. I think I've seen Jesse Ingram on Facebook.
I bet it's Jesse. So
Probably
Chesty
Jesse. Nailed it. All right, let's see. It looks like the call actually continues in another call. So here we go.
Hey guys, this is Jesse Ingram. I've become an instant super fan over the last 4 days or so. Long story short, I discovered you guys.
I promise this is a different call. I 100% promise.
Bet you thought the filter would catch it. Nope.
Did not. Yeah, we stopped paying that very expensive voicemail screener.
Found your YouTube channel, found your playlist, and since
I like that you gave Chesty Jesse the benefit of the doubt. That's good.
Yeah.
That's like a good quality that you have. Seriously, this isn't a joke. It's a good quality because like you are really good at that. You are like really good at giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you.
Like that is an excellent quality that you
Thank you.
have. I should learn from that. I won't, but I should.
I won't because he's clearly trying to hurt us.
Right? Yeah. I mean, like if life has taught me anything, Chesty's trying to hurt us.
then I'm now on episode 31, and I'm still going. I've liked your Facebook page. I've liked TADPOG Nation. I've become a patron.
Hell yes.
Thank you for that.
I have left
I now trust you. Welcome to the inner circle.
the 5-star iTunes review, and now
Damn
I
dog.
have called you. If you are still giving titles to our listeners, I think
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you already got
I'm
one.
sorry.
You got one.
Maybe the suggested title is Chesty.
Chesty. I hope so. I hope
If it
so.
is,
Hope we nailed
if
that.
it is, I may literally explode.
I deserve at least a sir, but I'll leave that up to you.
Oh, no, it better.
So I guess shout-outs to Yuki Chan's mama. And,
Yuki Chan's mama!
Keep up the great work. Love the show.
Thank you, Chesty
Thank
Jesse.
you, Sir Chesty.
That's great. I like it a lot. Thank you for your call.
Yeah.
How are we? We got time for one more?
We got one time for one more.
I believe this call is from our beloved Adam. I think. Which may make this podcast like at least 30 more minutes
Yeah.
because like it may spark conversation because this is a long one. Here we go.
What's up, TADPOG? It's your beloved Adam.
Hey, Adam.
So I've got a question for you. I'm a big Seinfeld fan.
Excellent.
There's an episode where George is dating a girl. He's over at her mom's house and they're having a party, and George is,
He
kissing
eats
up
the
mom,
he
helping clean
eats
up
from the
house,
trash.
and all of a sudden he opens up the trash can,
The eclair.
and there is a bear claw eclair donut, something. I think it's an eclair.
I think it's an eclair.
Sitting on top of a paper doily in the trash can with one end bit off of it. George, in my opinion, being a man of opportunity, picks that eclair up and bites the other side, which I'm going to tell you right now, I don't see anything wrong with it. In the situation on the show, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Now,
Should I pause now or should we hear him out?
Let's hear him out.
All right.
Because he may just ask a totally different question. Just want to tell us what he just saw.
Oh, but I want to weigh in on. Yeah, I do like the idea where it's like Adam sees something on Seinfeld. It's like, oh man, the guy's got to hear this.
So, yeah, this Seinfeld. By the way, do you think gay started the AIDS crisis?
the story, the mom freaks out, everybody freaks out. He's, it's whatever. It's George. So here's the question I have for you. Tyler,
Yes, Adam.
you got onto the Spider Vitamin and Clothing Store website, H&M,
Uh-huh.
back in December
I'd like to point out, Adam, that is not a question.
or November of 2017, looking to buy your wife a overall
Uh-huh.
Hey,
slash skirt
whoa,
slash
timing on this.
boning outfit.
We were talking about
And
90s attire.
mad props
Yep.
for you doing all that work, man, to get your rocks off. I love it. Like,
I accidentally closed the call. Sorry about that. that is not a joke. You looked at me like I was fucking with you. Not fucking with you. I accidentally closed the call. So sorry about that, Adam. Adam, you might appreciate this. The irony of me closing that call is because I was trying to pause it to make fun of you for having still not asked a question. Bless you, Tyler. This
Thank
is
you.
podcasting. I'm going to try to scrub to where we were.
so here's the question I have for you.
Close. We're close.
Tyler,
Yes, Adam.
you got onto the Spider Vitamin and Clothing Store website, H&M,
Uh-huh.
back in December
Uh-huh.
or November
I did.
of 2017,
That's correct.
looking to buy your wife a overall slash skirt slash boning outfit.
Uh-huh. A fuck dress.
And mad props
Yeah,
for you
dude.
doing all that work, man, to get your rock.
I'm so glad.
Then you just reset this call again.
that I just accidentally closed this call one more time. You know what? If that happens, it happens. Look, man, this is like, if anybody else wants to come in here and start running the fucking phone that has the calls in it, they're fucking welcome to. Until then, you're just gonna have to deal with a couple mistakes every now and then. I love that you have.
You sound like me talking to Melissa.
I love the fact that it's a fuck dress.
Oh yeah.
Fuck dresses are good.
Yeah.
Fuck dresses are really good. Y'all, if y'all ain't on the fuck dress train, get on that shit. Also, I didn't close the call, but my phone went to sleep, and that did reset it. So here we go. I'm pretty sure this is where we were. I don't know.
I want to buy one and wear it when I come to TADPOG prom.
A fuck dress.
I'm gonna fuck
See
your
if I
little
get
boy
a little
pussy.
bit of Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Real question though. It was small. It was too small. It was like a kid's shirt.
Oh,
and you had made the comment of even Kenna couldn't wear it.
Right.
So my question for you is,
Oh my God! It really isn't about the eclair.
could have worn it, if it was the size that Kenna could have worn it, would you have given her an outfit you bought to both?
My fucking phone went to sleep again. What the fuck, man? I blame Apple on this.
Kid's shirt, and you had made the comment of
Take
even
8.
Kenna couldn't wear it. So my question for you is, if Kenna could have worn it, if it was the size that Kenna could have worn it, would you have given her
No.
an outfit you bought to bone your wife in?
Yeah,
I
I'm not
gotta
gonna
know,
waste
man.
$15
Are you
on
biting
him.
that
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her.
or are you just throwing it in the trash?
I just thought Melissa
I
a
gotta
different
hear it.
kind.
I love you guys. Dave, weigh in.
Hi.
Any way you want. I don't care. I just love you. Laugh, please. That's all I need. And then I can jerk. All right. Love you.
I'm
Bye.
done. I've done it. I can't just do it on command. I'm not like Flipper.
Oh,
That ain't gonna happen. Thanks for bearing with me there on that phone call. That was a rough one. I think old Davy Pooh was thinking about having another beer, but probably gonna ease up off of that a little bit. You nailed it, Tyler. He totally did not ask
Yep.
if we would eat the eclair off the top of the trash. The answer is fucking
Yeah,
of course
yeah,
not.
yeah. Oh,
no.
yeah,
No.
yeah,
If it's in my own house, yes. If it's at the house, my girlfriend's parents' house, no fucking way. Are you fucking kidding me? There's a 1% chance someone sees that. No, not doing it.
Nah, I probably would.
I agree with your answer. I think that you probably would. I don't fault you for it.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, if it were in my house, yeah. Or if actually, honestly, if it were my house, I'd probably be like, "Why'd you throw this out?" You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
was there a spider on it? If there's a spider on it, I don't want it anymore.
There's better on it. Which side? I don't know, the spider side.
Right. Hey, tear off the spider side, please, and then I'll eat this eclair. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's your answer.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, want to close this out, Dave?
Let's just end it.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I think we're okay. I think it's fine.
All right. It's all right.
As long as we don't record for longer than 13 hours and 30 minutes. That's when I run out of space.
I got a lot of Home Alone to
got a lot of content. I figured you might, so I figured I should just throw that out there.
Yeah.
I think our listeners might appreciate a 13-hour episode on Home Alone.
Probably.
You know, like Twitch streamers do like 24-hour marathons and stuff. We should just do like a 24-hour recording.
Just read The Great Gatsby in real time, Andy Kaufman style.
Yeah.
Start to finish.
I don't think that would take 24 hours. Like, I think we'd have to
I'm sure
read
it
it
wouldn't.
a few times. Like at least 3 times, right? Hey, Siri. How long does it take to read The Great Gatsby?
Here's what I found on the web for how long does it take to read The Great Gatsby. Have a look.
You're just supposed to fucking tell me you're a robot. I don't think Siri is that great, honestly, because it's like she should just tell me the answer. She should look it up for me on Google and tell me the answer. Otherwise, it's fucking worthless. Iron Man, Jarvis was never like, I found the answer for you, Tony, but you're going to need to read 3 paragraphs.
Here, Tony, and then just display it in his face.
Enjoy. Aren't I a good robot? No, Jarvis, you're a bad fucking robot.